station and raising enough operating capital for us to make it to the end of the year. This is KGUA in Wallala 88.3 FM. We are streaming around the world at kgua.org, and we are going live YouTube right now. And we're going to wrap up the day of fundraising with some great music. Peggy Berryhill is here with me. I'm Leanne Lindsay. In the background, we have got singer, songwriter, musician Keter Stewart from Little River, who's going to be playing good old cowboy western music for us in just a moment. And we are going to talk a little bit more about him. We just wanted to tell all of our listeners and our watchers on YouTube today how much we appreciate all the people who have stepped up to support our station. It really means a lot to us.
It has been a fantastic day. We've been here since 9 o'clock, as Leanne said. We've had about a dozen live guests helping us raise money and telling us why KGUA is so important to them. And it's been, it's been kind of like, this is our life. KGUA, this is your life, because we've had wonderful comments about the community spirit, that people really listen to KGUA, particularly during emergencies. Arachak Rabarty used a wonderful term. He said we were part of the social, or created a social tapestry here for the community, that we have given visibility to the community here. And it's those kinds of comments we've been hearing all day long. We started out on Monday, I think it was, to raise $40,000, enough money to make it through the year, and a little hedge beyond that for little emergencies. And so far, when we started today, we were at about 23,000.
Correct.
And throughout today, so far, well, we don't have the complete total because there's a whole bunch of PayPals.
I can tell you, just the people who walked in, just the walk-ins alone, we had $4,200 walk in the door or call by the phone and give a credit card. And on Facebook, our Facebook fundraiser, it went up to $4,600, I believe, and PayPal donations that have come in through the website.
And we're still waiting that amount.
Now Susan is coming in with us. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and I want to thank Thane Frivold and Maurice for the nice matching donation that they gave us, $1,000. Thank you so much. And a lot of the people who gave whatever you could give. And I think I see, is that Josh in the background from Surf?
It's the rib man, the rib man.
Oh my goodness, we just had some great ribs.
Come on in, Josh. Josh Vogelreiter from Surf. And yes, sir.
I heard you needed some money.
We do.
It's the masked
man. God. Thank you, Mr. Masked Man.
You're welcome.
And oh my God, you smell like ribs. Look at this. Oh, Josh, that is so fantastic.
Thank you so much.
It means so much to us. And
we had your ribs for lunch.
Oh, thank you.
This isn't your tip money.
Oh, no. That's actually from Lisa and me.
Oh,
yeah. Thank you so much.
Guys so much. And we love your ribs as always. And I was so sad to hear you couldn't be doing the pickles. But it'll be coming.
It'll be coming.
The pickle pull.
Pickle pulls are coming back.
Hey, Josh, this is Keter Stewart. He's a singer, songwriter, musician. Just getting up to play for us here. He was my neighbor up in Little River, along with Karen, his wife, in the background. And we're just wrapping up this day of fundraising, our Power the Tower celebration of this station. We have been going since 9 a.m.
All right. Oh my gosh.
I know it.
I'm going to turn you back on my radio and head home myself.
All right. Say hi to your wife.
I will. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much, Josh. Josh Vogelreiter, the grill, what's his name? Grill master at
Surf Market. And again, we just really thank you for all the money and the love and the support that's been pouring in, because this is a small independent public media station that is really run by a handful of volunteers. We don't get grant money. This is not a tribally owned station. It is owned by a Native American woman, yes, but she's an independent single person here that is with Susan Rushmeyer, of course, but I meant singly as far as a Native American person.
I am not a tribe. We do not
You're
get
not a
tribal
tribe.
money.
Right.
I do not get tribal money. So we look to you for your help and for your support. And with the great help of everybody today, letting you know that it does cost a lot of money per day to keep the station going. And we're just talking the basics, the overhead, the
Yeah.
electric bills, you
Yeah.
know, the propane bills.
And
the-
during emergencies, costs go up.
yeah.
Things happen.
And but we're here for you.
We're here for
We're
you.
here
though,
for you.
And the community is here for us, which is so wonderful. And so we really do want to continue staying on the air. We still need to reach our goal of $40,000. So please, if you can, please lend us your support and help us continue doing this great work of bringing local voices to you.
And the fundraiser on Facebook will continue.
Yes,
We will
till the end
still
of the month.
continue to ask you for money. But question people are probably wondering, did we make our matches?
We made our matches.
All
We
right.
made the matches, all of them. And so we're really thrilled. Let me just tell you real quick where you can send in a support on our website at kgua.org. There's a little link at the top that says donate, and then it gives you a few choices. Also, our mailing address is P.O. Box 574, Gualala, California, 95445. You can bring us a check to the station as others have done today. You can call us in with a credit card if you'd prefer. As someone said today, they don't have internet, they don't have cell service, they just had a landline.
And
That
we
was
just
Trish
had
Rogers and Josh,
just Vogelrider
the grill master over at Surf.
just brought in some cash for us, and that's
Yeah.
always welcome too. And we so appreciate that because we know how hard Josh works over at Surf. And we also want to thank Surf for delivering us some food this morning. Carolyn Ducato brought us some food and that Josh made actually
Yes,
part of it.
I
So
know.
that's what it takes. It takes a community to keep us going. And Leanne and Keter,
She's
I'm
gonna
gonna
bug
go-
out of here.
I am gonna bug out of here, go home and listen to you play and be relaxed. I've heard some of your music already, Keter, and I really, really like it. I appreciate it so much that you have come here to help us. And I think that's been gotten by someone.
Okay.
All right. So, and Leanne, thank you so much for organizing this amazing day. Power to the Tower. Paula Smith, thank you. And
Paula and
everybody else
Steve Smith, thank you so
behind the
much.
scenes who helped
Yes.
us out.
Thane again for Gold, Stephen Winningham, Jean Berry, all of you, thank you so much.
Roberta
And
Chan.
with that, it is 4:00 here on the Northern California coast. We're going to step into some wonderful music for you right now to finish off the day. Keter Stewart has been playing and performing. Thank you, Peggy. Before I finish with this, thank you for being here, and you have
Oh.
a wonderful evening.
Of course. Thank you.
And Stewart has been playing and performing as a solo and with bands for the better part of 5 decades, primarily here in the West from Portland to Tucson. And he's had the opportunity to get this, open up shows for many greats, including Emmylou Harris, Doc Watson, Norman Blake, and Ry Cooder. Welcome to the station, Keter and Karen in the background. Keter, welcome.
Thanks, Leanne. It's great to be here.
Let me get your mic up a little bit further. Okay, let's have you talk into it again.
Yes.
There
hello.
you are.
Okay. Well, it's great to be here. Nice
Yes,
to be on this windy day on the coast. No?
I would, there's so much to talk about Keter's background. You can look up his music at KeterStewart.com, and that's KeterStuart.com. And he has a very interesting great uncle. Tell us about that, Keter.
My great uncle his name was Stan Jones, and he was a songwriter back in the 40s and 50s. And probably most of you out there would know his most famous song, which was called Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Right, that's a famous old American ballad.
Wrote that back in 1948 when he was living in Death Valley, California. He was a ranger down there and wrote that song and went on to fame and fortune, as it were.
And Karen was just telling me that you had just gotten together with Gene Parsons,
Yeah.
was it? And
Yeah.
you guys were planning some dates to play music and
Yeah, now that things are opening up and
but things closed down right as you were going to go
they
out on
did.
the
Yeah,
road.
we were really starting to get somewhere, and we had to kind of pull back with COVID hitting us, and so but now we're starting to get a chance to get back together again and play. And Gene, of course, a lot of the people here on the coast know he's just a wonderful musician and he's become a really good friend too. So it's been wonderful. Yeah.
And with that, we are going to now turn it over to Keter, who is going to play us some beautiful, beautiful music for this Friday afternoon. This is KGUA in Wallala, 88.3 FM.
Okay, well, I'm going to start since I'm being billed as a Western and country or cowboy singer. I'm going to start with one of my great uncle's songs.
Okay, so what would you bill yourself as?
Oh, no. No, sorry. That's I do a lot of his songs. I was my wife Karen said I should lean on more of my original love songs that I've written and stuff, and I'm going to do a few of those too. But I'm certainly going to do some of Stan's songs as well.
Okay, good. So. Thank you. All right, take it away.
There's a song it's a gunfighter ballad. It's called "The Lilies Grow High." Boots and Stetson, 6 guns, and the lilies grow high. They grow for a man with a gunsling in hand, who before his time will die. Yeah, they grow in the trail that he's traveled. It's a trail well spattered with lead. They weep o'er the graves of the many men. They weep for the men now dead. He rides along lonely, no friends, but only those lilies growing high. All men seem to fear him, not one will go near him. He knows the reason why. For his name and his fame spread before him, just like a carpet of death, and he knows one day he'll be slow on the draw, and then for him the lily will grow. Now a woman may love him, though she knows that soon above him the lily's growing high. Then like a lily she'll bow down her head, bow down her poor head and cry. On some boot hill they're gonna lay him, and a headboard will sway in the wind. The lilies will not gently weep for another gunman's end. It's boots, Stetson, 6 guns, and the lilies are growing. Boots and Stetson, 6 guns, and the lilies. Boots and Stetson, 6 guns, and the lilies grow high. Woo-hoo. Thank you so much. So yeah, that song was called "The Lilies Grow High," and many years ago, back in the 50s, my Uncle Stan was living in Southern California. By that point, Ghost Riders had hit and become a big hit. And so he was living down there and writing for movies and doing some other stuff. And one night he was out in at a friend's house, Ben Johnson, the actor, and he played that song that I just played. That was a new song for him. And it so happened that Johnny Cash was there that night too. And he heard that and he just loved that song. And he always said he was going to sing that someday, and he never did. So that brought to mind an idea for a song that I wrote. And it's called Johnny Never Sang. And it's about that specific story, and then just about life itself, how there's lots of things that we plan on doing in our lives, and for some reason or another, they just kind of slip away, and you don't get to them. And so this is a song about that. Stan Jones was singing this song. He called the lilies growing high. It was one night out of Ben Johnson's place. Johnny Cash was at his side. Johnny said, Stan, oh, that's a real fine song. I'd be proud someday to sing it. I'm gonna do it before I die. He said, but he died before he did it. Johnny never sang, the lilies grow high. He surely wanted to, but the chances passed him by. Now, Bill Stewart was my mama's daddy. He was born in Maine, out of Scottish descent. Came out west, he's gonna make his mark, and he was gonna everywhere he went. Well, he always wanted to go to Scotland, but he never bought the ticket. I'm gonna do it before I die, he'd say, but he died before he did it. Johnny never sang, the lilies grow high. Surely wanted to, the chances passed him by. And with his bagpipes and his banner, Bill Stewart was a dreamer who wore a tam o' shanter. And Johnny never sang, the lilies grow high. Well, life is for the living, so live it up before you go. You start running down that old bucket list, 'cause you'll be gone before you know. You've got to seize the day and beat back the night. Now's the time to get to it. Go on and do it before you die, or die before you do it. 'Cause Johnny never sang, never did. The lilies grow high. He surely wanted to, but the chances passed him by. So when you see the chance, you gotta take it. 'Cause time is rolling on, and now it's hard to make it. Johnny never sang, the lilies grow high. He never sang boots and Stetson, 6 guns and the lilies grow high.
And I just stepped back into the stage area here because Keter is also performing for our YouTube audience out here. So I wanted to let him have the full stage, but I just wanted to remind everybody who you're listening to here. This is Keter Stewart from Little River, and he has played all over the West Coast. And what impresses me too is not just listening to his very mellifluous voice and the beautiful way that the guitar sounds, but he did open for Emmylou Harris and Ry Cooder, to name a few greats. And we're just very fortunate to have this local here in our area performing with us today on our big marathon fundraiser day of Power the Tower. And this is a celebration of this station after 10 years on air as a small independent radio station on the coast. Thank you so much for your donations. Now we're going to let Keter take the stage back again.
Thanks, Leanne.
You're welcome.
Okay. Here's another song I wrote a little while ago. You know, songs are funny. They're like if you do it long enough and write them for a long time, they mean one thing when you wrote them. Like I started this song many years ago, and then they just kind of, they're like living things, you know, and they mean different things as you get older, and sometimes you got to kind of tweak them a little bit because it makes more sense than it did when you wrote them in the beginning. So anyway, this is one that's started a long time ago, but it's still in the process. So it's called Any One Thing. Well, if you could have any one thing that your heart desires, hey, would you wish for daily rainbows or the full moon every night? And if you fell in love, would you wish it could last forever? Keep rolling on together, ever closer to the light. Oh yeah. And if you could have any one thing that your heart desires, hey, would you put war out of business or put money in the bank? If that wish were mine, I would wish away your sorrow, so I could taste your tender kisses until the rock of Gibraltar sang. Well, I let you down then, but what did I know when I look at you now? How can I say no? 'Cause now I'm ready, babe, for the way that you make me feel. Who would have thought? Who could have known that from a seed of doubt sweet love has grown? And I'm so happy, my any one thing is you. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you could have any one thing that your heart desires, hey, would you stay the age you are today? Forget about getting old. Well, if you stick with me, I will keep you young forever, babe. And when you see yourself through my eyes, you'll never feel the cold. Mm-hmm. Well, I let you down then, but what did I know when I look at you now? How can I say no? 'Cause now I'm ready, yeah, for the way that you make me feel. Now who would have thought? Who could have known that from a seed of doubt sweet love is growing? And I'm so happy now, my any one thing is you. Any one thing is you, and any one thing. My any one thing is you, any one thing. My any one thing is you, any one thing, yeah, baby. Audience getting a little rowdy in here, but we'll try to carry on as best we can here. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put on the old capo here and see what happens. I'm putting on a capo, guitar capo, which is a device, a spring-loaded device that you put it on your guitar, and it changes the pitch and the key, so you can play chords in the same position that you would. So I just played that last song in G, which is this position. But when you put the capo on, you can play a G chord, but now I'm playing in B flat. Let's just change keys. I'm gonna go back to another Stan Jones song that was one of my favorites of his. It's a song called Cowpoke. I think my voice is warmed up enough to try some yodeling, so we'll see what happens here. Well, I'm lonesome, but I'm happy. I'm rich, but I'm broke. The good Lord knows the reason. I'm just a cowpoke. Shining down the Douglas, all the ranges I know. I drift with that wind, 'cause no one cares where I go. I ain't got a dime and these old wore out jeans, so I'll stop eating steak. I'll go back to those beans, but I'll pick up a 10 spot in Prescott, I know, just to rope in some calves. They're in the big rodeo. Well, come summer, I'm heading north, if there ain't a big drought. But as soon as it frosts, well, I'll be heading back down south. No, I ain't got worries. I ain't got the time. I'm too busy living this free life of mine. But some evening in the springtime, a filly I'll find, and I might spend all summer all with her on my mind. But I'll never be branded, I'll never be broke, 'cause I'm a carefree range riding, a drifting cowpoke. He's a drifting cowpoke. Thank you so much.
Oh, I have to let you know that Jeff Zolotar of Roots and All on KGUA and KGUA says to say hello. He's sorry I missed being here today.
Oh,
And he plays your music.
oh, good.
Yes. On Roots and All.
Oh gosh, that's great. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Hi, Jeff. How you doing? Let's see here. By the way, folks, it's great to hear that you're supporting your community radio. It's just a wonderful thing to have for news, for music, for just getting to know what's going on in the community. I'm a big supporter of community radio. KZYX is the one that's closest to me up there in Philo, and we rely on it a lot for lots of different reasons.
They helped kick our show off today.
That's great. Here's a song about a little place down in the Valley of the Moon, right outside of Kenwood. Sugarloaf Ridge. There's a state park up there. They got hit pretty hard by the fires last couple of years, but it's always been a favorite place of ours to go and camp and walk around. And actually, when I was just out of high school, I was a park aide up there. I was, had my little ranger shirt and stuff, and would cruise around checking on the people that were camping and everything. And it was a real good time, fun summer for me. So this is Sugarloaf Ridge. Up on the Sugarloaf Ridge in the summertime, place to be. I'll call it. Let me start over again. Kind of messed it up all of a sudden there. Started it too slow for one thing. Up on the Sugarloaf Ridge, hey, that's a place to be in the summertime. Yeah. Hey, when it's you and me out in the Sugarloaf sun on a Sugarloaf trail, we're just riding along, singing sweet old songs over hill and dale. Up on the Sugarloaf Ridge, that's where the coyotes roam. We took the meadow trail, yeah, 'cause that's a long way home. Sleeping out at night, hey, under Sugarloaf stars. We're so far away from the city lights and the hurry-up cars. Up on the Sugarloaf Ridge, life looks better than it ever did. Never gonna give these days away, no. Looking up at the Sugarloaf moon, shining down on our own Brigadoon, you can bet your boots I'll be back to stay. Bet your boots I'll be back to stay. Up on the Sugarloaf Ridge in the summertime, it's like going to church of the natural kind, with that red-tailed hawk loading that Sugarloaf bear. With my Sugarloaf gal and the soul guitar, you're gonna find me there. Up on the Sugarloaf Ridge, life looks better than it ever did. Never gonna give these days away. Looking up at the Sugarloaf moon, shining down on our own Brigadoon, you can bet your boots the sugar loaf, sugar loaf, sugar loaf. Rich life looks better than it ever did. Never gonna give these days away. Looking up at the sugar loaf moon, shining down on our own brigadoon. You can bet your boots I'll be back to stay. You can bet your boots I'll be back to stay on the sugar loaf bridge. Sugar loaf bridge. Sugar loaf bridge. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Facebook Live. All right. A few years back, the Pendleton Roundup, which is a big rodeo up in the Northwest, right up there alongside the Columbia River in Pendleton, Oregon, we're celebrating their 100th anniversary. And so I wrote a little song about that going on, about rodeo and some of the stuff that happens there. And this is called Open Up the Gate. Woo-hoo. Well, open up the gate, boys. My hat's screwed down, I'm all cinched up. Get out of the way, boys, it's time to make my ride. Open up the gate, boys, just turn them loose. Let her buck, I'm holding on for it, boys. It appears on me tonight at the rodeo. Silver buckles, boots, and Stetson's rodeo. It's broncs and bulls and pride rodeo. Oh, it's not what you've got on at the rodeo. It's what you got inside. So open up the gate, boys. When I nod my head, I get my grip. It's time to elevate, boys. This buckaroo's here to fly. Open up the gate, boys. Just get me out of this fucking chute. This bronc ain't one to wait, boys. And he's fixing to unwind at the rodeo. There's this barrel racing girl at the rodeo. She's this old cowboy's dream rodeo. I'm gonna ask her to the dance at the rodeo. I'm gonna show her what I mean. Do-si-do. Rodeo. We're heading up north to the Pendleton Roundup. Rodeo. Where those stars will be shining bright. Rodeo. They've been busting broncs for 100 years at that rodeo. We ought to get there by first light. So open up the gate, boys. Woo-hoo. Open up that gate, boys. Open up the gate, boys. Open up the gate, boys. I said open up the gate, boys. My hat's screwed down, it's time to go. I better get out of the way, boys, cause I'm sitting on dynamite. Open up the gate, boys, just turn them loose and let her buck. I'll be holding on for it, boys. The beer's on me tonight. I said open up the gate, boys, cause he's fixing to unwind. Yeah. That's right. It's that cowboy from Umatilla, Mr. Jackson Sundown, riding that big yellow bull. Me, Mr. Mustard, ride him, cowboy. Woo-hoo. Let her buck. Yeah.
Yeah, boy, Keter, let me get back on the air here. I
Sure.
just want to make sure that everybody knows that we are sitting here in the KGUA studios in Wallala, California, and we are listening to Keter Stewart play some excellent music for us this afternoon as we wrap up our day of fundraising and Power the Tower. Thank you so much for everyone who has contributed. And we are now going to continue on with Keter as he continues with some more great country western cowboy music here on KGUA in Wallala 88.3 FM.
Oh, thanks.
We all need our hydration.
Water. Here's a song of mine. I wrote this some years ago, and it's like I was saying before, it's one of those songs that become more relevant now. It's about two old friends that run across each other in a bar somewhere, and then they just start reminiscing about the old days, and it's kind of about that. It seems to be happening more often for us these days. Remember back then? It's called When the Wine's Gone. When the wine's gone, turn the lights out, send me home. Play one last song as I walk out all alone. Well, it's sure been good to talk with you, my friend, and good to see you once again. To give my best to the kids, but it's late now, so I best be on my way while the moon is out. But say, hey, can I bum another cigarette? Here's the last toast to all of them outlaws still on the run. Gonna catch that old ghost, yeah, who we both saw have his fun. Said, do you remember how we used to play our tunes? The people filled the rooms. Do you still have that old guitar? So drink up, let me see your empty glass as we slip into the past before last call, and it's time to go. So when the wine's gone, turn the lights out and send me home. Send me home.
Beautiful. Clapping hands. Trying to hold the camera too.
Okay. All right. Here's a little more of a rock and roll thing.
Okay.
Rock and blues, I guess. It's called Cold Come Sundown. There was cold come sundown on Big River today. The fog was sneaking on into the bay. On little cat feet, silent and shy. The ospreys wheeling through the darkening sky. And it was cold come sundown. It was cold come sundown. Everybody knows come sundown, it's gonna get cold come sundown. My mother ran off with my best friend, yeah. Said, wait a minute, boy, say that again. And my daddy turned out to be a liar and a thief. And I didn't like him much, to my relief. And it was cold come sundown. Yep, cold come sundown. Everybody knows, yes, and no come sundown. It's gonna get cold some sundown.
Nice, nice.
Well, we fumbled our way through that one.
Hey, Keter, I'm gonna have to take, hang on a second,
Sure.
here,
Tunes up there.
and you get tuned up there. And I'm gonna have to leave that phone ringing because I can't answer it right now. I just wanted to know where the genesis of that last song was.
The Genesis.
And where it came from.
No, let's see. Well, I don't know. It was probably back in my younger days, and actually, there's the first verse is kind of today down on Big River where we live in
Right.
Mendocino, Big River Beach, and the second verse is pretty much true. You know, my mom ended up marrying my best friend from high school. I don't think she'd mind my saying that. They were married for, gosh, 40 years or something, I think. Yeah.
Really?
And my dad, well, that's another story. It's, you know, he was not much of a guy, but anyway.
I like the music. You can tell there's a story behind each
Yeah.
one. And now you've got another song lined up for us. This is Keter Stewart from Little River, Big River area up by Mendocino. And this is KGUA in Wallala, 88.3 FM. I'm Leanne Lindsay, and we're going to let him continue to play to the top of the hour.
Top of the hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we have next here, Leanne?
And tell us a little story about it too.
This is a song of mine called Creatures of the Heart. And I guess my thought about it would be that creatures of the heart are people that kind of go through life with their heart guiding their way more than their head or mind. And I mean, they're both obviously vital to getting through, but I don't know. I think the heart can be a lot of times more true, or have a then you're sometimes you think too much about things instead of just going with your feelings. And this is so this is, let's see, a song about those things, or that thing, Creatures of the Heart. Sometimes it doesn't work out so great, but I think you still got to go with it. So there we go. When I hold you in my arms, I feel the power of our love. And when you go so far away, baby, I'm just like that morning dove, longing for your touch, restless in my bed, spending all this time alone, wanting you instead. Like it when you're here, miss you when you're gone. Just keeping me up late with your sweet love song. Got me talking to myself, waiting on a call. Oh, I'm standing at the edge now. Will you catch me if I fall? I'm a creature of the heart, seeker in the night, searching for the truth, just trying to get it right, going down in flames, rising up as a spark from the fires of love, just a creature of the heart. Well, I've made some love in vain, of unrequited bittersweet. My heart is on the line still, loving you with every beat. Well, I'm hoping for the best, shaking off the doubt. But what'll be is what'll be, and I'm up for finding out. I'm just a creature of the heart, seeker in the night, searching for the truth, trying to get it right, going down in flames, but rising up as a spark from the fires of love. I'm just a creature of the heart, seeker in the night, searching for the truth, just trying to get it right. There's gotta be a way, the closest distance apart. I believe it's love. I'm a creature of the heart. Creature of the heart. Creature of the heart. You've moved. All right, I'm going to do an old song that I wrote many years ago. That's just a tearjerker. It's an old country's thing. It's called it's called Fly on One Wing. And I got the title of the song from an old dear friend of mine who actually was kind of became a father figure to me at an early age, right? When I was in high school, he was working up at Sugarloaf Ridge, as a matter of fact, as a full-time park ranger. And he decided to, well, that's another story. But anyway, we would go out occasionally, and he kind of introduced me to good wine and other things that I needed to learn as a young man growing up. And we were out one night and we had a bottle of wine, and it was good. It was, I think, some sort of Barbera, I think, a nice red wine. And he said, should we get another bottle? And I said, well, gee, I don't know. And he said, well, what the heck? You can't fly on one wing, is what he said. So I thought that was a great line. And I wrote this song, kind of different context, but you know, it's a good old line. It's another day, another dollar, another night by the phone. And I sure wish these old blues would leave me alone. Had some wine, I tried some cocaine, got this old guitar too. But they can't take my mind off the times that I had you. So come back, sweet darling, 'cause I'm so lonesome for your touch. I never thought when we parted I could miss you so much. All the times when I held you, my heart used to sing, hey, won't you come back, sweet darling, 'cause I can't fly on one wing. It's another night without sleep in this cold and empty bed. and I turn, I find nothing to ease my poor head. Girl, I've tried to forget you. My heart won't let go. I can't make it alone. I still need you so. So come back, sweet darling. I'm so lonesome for your touch. I never thought that when we parted, I could miss you so much. All those times when I held you, girl, when my heart used to sing, hey, won't you come back, sweet darling, 'cause I can't fly on one wing. Won't you come back, sweet darling, 'cause I can't fly on one wing. Thank you. Time for a beer. Okay. I'm going to do a song. I'm going to step out of my songwriting realm here. This is a song that's become a real favorite of mine. This is written by a Texas songwriter named Charlie Robeson. I might get Karen to sing along in the background there. She likes this song. So. It's called New Year's Day. Wait a minute. Let's get tuned up here. Yep. It's for all you goat ropers out there. Well, I woke up early Sunday morning. I had myself a piece of toast. I had $50 in my pocket. I'm gonna catch myself a ghost. I went down Camino Espinosa. I'm gonna get me a divorce. I'm gonna split with all of my money. See that girl who loves the horse. It's New Year's Day here on the border, and it's always been this way. I never do the things that I oughta. I think I'll stay. It's New Year's Day. Hey, hey. Well, I met them boys. They're from O'Connor. The cowboy like you've never seen. They're up for anything that you wanna. They live on steak and refried beans. They bought up half of southern Texas. That's why they act the way that they do. When them boys meet me in Laredo, they think they own Laredo too. It's New Year's Day here on the border, and it's always been this way. I never do the things that I oughta. I think I'll stay. It's New Year's Day. Yeah. I know this girl, she's from Laredo, and her name is Pussy Willow Rose. She's got that ring around the collar, she's got that ring stuck through her nose. She works there at the Dallas Cowboys, 'cause she's got no in between like all them other boys and dresses. She ain't every cowboy's dream. It's New Year's Day here on the border, and it's always been this way. I never do the things that I oughta. I think I'll stay. It's New Year's Day. It's New Year's Day here on the border. It's always been this way. I never do the things that I oughta. I think I'll stay. It's New Year's Day. It's a silly song, but it's fun.
Well, we are at the end of the hour. Can you believe it, Keter?
Oh, wow.
I mean, that hour went fast. Thank you so much to
Oh, it
you
was so
and
much
Karen.
fun to be here. Thank you.
Yes.
was great.
Boy, love the music. It was the perfect end to this day.
Yeah, all you out there in Radio Land, thanks for listening and for supporting your local community radio, and keep it up. See you down the road.
See you down the road. That was wonderful. This is KGUA in Wallala. We're going to say goodbye to all of